Welcome to this Friday, September 6th edition of Guadalupe Valley Views. Calling it Fun Friday today. Got Gary Moses on the line. We have some events for you this weekend. Hello, Gary. Good to talk to you again.
Nice to be with you too, Egan, and hope everything's going well in your neck of the woods.
I know it is, and same to you, sir. And I've got to say, I know I've got a feeling it's your favorite time of year. Football season is here. I say this every year.
Football season is here.
Say this every year.
You do, and we've said it to each other. It is the greatest time. I love it. In fall activities, festivals, Halloween, right around, people getting ready for the good stuff. It's fall. School is back in session. A lot of things are happening, and we enjoy this time of the year.
And why I say this time of year, it's just one more day closer to that first cool front to cool things off a little bit, don't you think?
That's 6-7 months from now. When? How many months is that away?
We can only dream. We can only dream.
We hope it's closer. I sure like to go to a football game on the sidelines when I'm down there, and there's a cool breeze blowing through you. Is that hard to beat, isn't it?
Yeah,
hard to beat.
I'm telling you what, and just the excitement, the whole energy is nothing like a Friday night in
cool
Texas.
Breeze.
For sure. Oh, yeah.
Because you're cool breeze. You're cool breeze. You know what that is, don't you?
That's Gary Moses, Gary T. Moses.
You called me that for years. Cool breeze.
Y'all messing around over there.
Great. No messing around. We got a lot of football games tonight. I got a few. You got a few. Why don't you go ahead and shoot yours out right first, and then I'll come with mine, okay?
We've got around the region here, Prairie Lee at Fayette Homeschool, Shiner St. Paul at Victoria St. Joe, Gonzales traveling to Crockett, Nixon Smiley at George West, Luling is in Llano, New Braunfels at Seguin, Marion at Navarro. I mentioned the Prairie Lee and Fayette Homeschool and St. Paul at St. Joe. Those are 7 o'clock kickoffs. The others that I'm running down the list are 7:30 kickoff tonight. Also on that list for the 7:30 kickoff tonight, I think I said Marion at Navarro, Hayes at Dripping Springs, Taylor is at Lockhart, Conley at Del Valle, Smithville at Navarro, Flatonia at Hallettsville Sacred Heart, Columbus at LaGrange, Weimer at Schulenburg, Industrial at Shiner, Yoakum's at Cuero, Hallettsville at Bowling, Stockdale at Carn City, and Yorktown at Runge. And that's some of the Friday night high school football that we have lined up. And I know that you've got a few, not to even include the college and pro games scheduled for the weekend.
Yes, sir. You're right, and we have some high school football. West played last night in Corpus Christi. They played San Benito. They lost, so they're going to come back better next week. Tonight we have, where I'll be, Memorial Stadium in Victoria, East playing Gregory Portland. That ought to be a good game. Looking forward to that. Stafford at Calhoun, Egan, and Shiner St. Paul will be at St. Joe, and St. Joe is playing their home game tonight in Bloomington. Want to put that one out there.
Oh, really? Okay.
And David Hartman coaches for St. Joe. He's defensive line coach, and it is his birthday today, so we want to mention that, and I'll let David know a little later on that we mentioned it on the show if he's not listening right now. But I do want to mention he's just a good friend of ours, and I know you've known him for a long time.
Absolutely right. And happy birthday, Mr. Hartman. And I go back to they're playing in Bloomington. Now, tell me about this. Now, do they play at the Patty Weller Stadium anymore, or is that still damaged?
They have been before. I'm not sure why they moved it to Bloomington tonight, but we'll be on top of that one. We know they're using Bloomington's field tonight. I'm sure of that. So they're traveling. It's a short distance, but they're traveling.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, in college football this weekend, A&M at Clemson tomorrow, 2:30.
Big game.
UTSA Roadrunners, they're at Waco at Baylor at 3 o'clock tomorrow.
Right.
Texas State Bobcats, they're hosting the Wyoming Cowboys tomorrow night at 6.
My boys.
LSU at Texas Longhorns, 6:30 tomorrow night. You also have Prairie View A&M at Houston Cougars, 7 o'clock tomorrow night as well. Let's see, what else do we have here in the Major Leagues? Rangers at Baltimore. That's first pitch at 6:05. And Houston will entertain the Mariners from Seattle, 6:10 tomorrow night. And then on Sunday, 12:05, Rangers at Baltimore, Seattle at Houston, Sunday afternoon at 1:10. So that's kind of some of the sports going on around the region. Oh, yeah, you know what? NFL.
Pros.
Yeah, Cowboys.
Yeah, NFL.
Yeah,
Yes,
Cowboys
sir.
hosting the Giants Sunday afternoon,
Correct.
3:25. And
Right.
Houston Texans and New Orleans. They're playing Monday Night Football, 6:10 as the kickoff on Monday night. So,
yeah, kind of excited, aren't you, Egan? I love this time of the year, man. We said it early, we'll say it again. Great goings on right now. And not only that, the events, and you'll see right now, I know you've got some special events that you're going to be talking about. Let me give you one that you did before tonight, American Legion Steak Night, American Legion Hall. We're doing that. And then Project Tickle Pink. We're going to be at First State Bank here in Victoria raising money for the Crossroads Guardians of Hope. You've helped us before raising money for the pink fire trucks so they can go out and help those cancer survivors. How about that, good buddy? That's at 4 o'clock.
Great project, fun project. Well, I say fun project. It is a fun, you know what I mean.
It's a fun event to raise money for a good cause. That's what you said.
That's what I was going for. And the steak night at the American Legion, that's in Victoria. I wanted to make sure that you knew that we didn't want to send you to the American Legion and there's something else going on over there at the wrong one. Where's the steaks?
Right.
They're in Victoria tonight at the American Legion.
I bet you could sniff it and find it without knowing.
You know, it is a good neighborhood event, no matter how large the community of Victoria gets. You still, you go to the Legion, and man, it feels like home. You know, it slows down a little bit there at the Legion, but it's a good cause, and you're there with your neighbors and some friends you didn't even know you needed. They're right there.
Your buddy, Mr. Marbach, will be there. Frank will be there tonight, and he always, never fails to ask about you, son.
Good. Tell him hi.
Never fails.
If you don't mind.
I sure will. Yeah, you got to. Shane Lawler will be there. He asks about you. You've got good friends that hear you and follow you, sir. Ever since you've been in Victoria and since.
Well, they're good people. They are.
They are good people. They love you. Well, that's going on. Anything that you want to mention? I got one or two more from the weekend, but anything else? You said you had somewhere you were going this weekend, right?
Well, I did, and tonight is the night up at San Marcos. Well, it's on Hunter Road, but the zip code is New Braunfels, on Hunter Road towards San Marcos. You're going to love this. Live music tonight, kicking off the show this evening, Roy Head and the Treats.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
I love that. Where is that at now again?
And it's at Riley's Tavern over in New Braunfels. And then Roy Head's opening for the one and only Augie Myers. So that's going on this evening. It'll be a fun time.
We had him down here. Yeah, that's good. Man, you're around the good stuff. You know, Egan, I walked into the Rosebud Theater Grill, and that's downtown. You know where the Rosebud is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a theater and a grill. And I was looking at the albums, and we had Victoria Area Musicians Association. They had an open mic last Saturday. I walked in. We had Jerry James outside, a couple of boys that you knew. I walked in, and we had outside playing on the bench, and then they were playing on the stage inside. And I'm looking at the albums, and he's got all his albums, $5. They're classics, and they're old, but $5. And I said, $5 for some of these? And the first one that popped out, here you mentioned his name, Roy Head, a while ago, Roy Head and the Traits. That was right there in front, and I said, man, Roy Head and the Traits. Do I remember that at the Club Western in Victoria? So thank you. Took me down memory lane again there, buddy.
I thought you'd like that. Yeah, that's...
know it.
I talked to Augie a couple of weeks ago, so looking forward to seeing him and catching the Roy show. You know, Roy don't play near as much as he did before.
No,
to my
I'm
knowledge.
aware of that. Yes, sir. But, you're going to have an awful good time, sir. And the right man to take care of business, you, right down there with those boys.
Hey, you come up.
Love it.
Come on up. Well, we'll save a spot.
I'd love to. If I didn't have football tonight, I'd think about coming up there. And Egan, you'll love this one too. Saturday, I got to give this one tomorrow. 5 Point Museum of Contemporary Art will host the Lowrider Excellence. It's a lowrider show. The Leal brothers, I think from California somewhere, they're bringing in some of their classics over here. Opening reception, 5 days, 5 Point Museum. I said 5 Points in Victoria. And guess who they have? Grammy Award-winning artist. And you have mentioned them, and I know you know Tejano artists. This is a good one. Los Palominos will be in town.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Fantastic.
How about that,
guys.
sports fan?
I'm telling you.
It's free. It's free, and it's for 5 days. How about that, buddy?
That's tomorrow, you said.
Tomorrow, yes, sir.
Barbecue.
Do we have some good stuff?
Yeah, I got one.
They'll have all kind of stuff. Go ahead, sir.
I was going to say at Fall City, the Fall City Lions Club wanted us to pass this along. They're having their first ever barbecue cook-off. That'll be tomorrow at Veterans Park in Fall City. They'll have vendor line, music by Junction 541 and the Chance Cochran Band, kids activities. It's an IBCA sanctioned event, and the proceeds go to the Fall City Lions Club Park Restoration Project. So that's going on, and I got to get you up for the first shot cook-off. They have a color run. They call it fun run, and then they throw chalk at you.
Yes, sir.
And
yes, sir. Yeah,
that'll kick things off on Saturday morning.
I ain't doing that.
First shot cook-off, and also the Gonzales County Area Go Texan barbecue contest and tractor pull. That's also held in conjunction with First Shot. It's all at J.B. Wells Park, underway on Friday and Saturday, and the First Shot continues on Sunday with Cassie Chili. But the tractor pull starts Friday evening and it'll be on Saturday morning, and that's all going on next. Yeah, I'm so messed up on my days here. On the 20th and 21st, that'll be Friday the 20th and Saturday the 21st, and I hope to have a representative from the area Go Texan in Gonzales County to join us on an upcoming program to talk about the event and all the stuff that they have planned for 2019. You very well much aware of how much scholarships that the area Go Texan County is raising and give back to their communities.
There is something coming up. Don't we have our local one in Victoria? You got to let me get that date. Somebody told me about it. I don't think I wrote it down. Would you work on that for me too, Egan?
Oh, the district meeting? Yeah, the district
one that
meeting.
We have it here in Victoria. They're having one in Victoria. Am I correct?
Well, I think they kind of move around. I think this year that one is in Goliad, I think, for that district.
In Goliad, I think. Well, I know it's local because they were telling me about it, but I didn't write it down. So would you work on that for me?
I'll find out. And the district that Gonzales County is in, that district meeting will be over in Lavaca County in Hallettsville. So,
all right.
We're keeping it close this year.
We're keeping it close. You were with me at the Club Westerner. Last year, we were at Club Westerner one night of the week, and boy, I'm surprised. You told me you were there, and I'm surprised to see you. I said, I get to see that boy next day, and we ate good, didn't we, son? We ate good.
Yeah.
What do we eat good?
Seen you put some in your pockets.
Yeah.
You're snacking on the road.
If I can get away with this. And, I'm going to go to the Club Westerner this Sunday. The last one I'll mention, St. Baldrick's benefit to fund research to fight cancer. They'll be at the Club Westerner from 12 to 4. The first responders around this area or anybody who'd like to come, they're shaving their heads to fight cancer, raising money to fight cancer. I know a number of the first responders are going to be over there shaving their heads, 12 to 4, raising money for St. Baldrick's, which gives money to fight cancer. So that's a good one. We got some good stuff going on, don't we, brother?
You should see that look in my eyes right now. I'm looking like a deer in the headlights going, if life keeps treating me the way it's doing, I won't have anything to shave anymore on top of my head. It's getting bad, Gary.
Stop that. Is that why you always wear that cowboy hat?
That's exactly right. Hey, I've been down and been in touch with our friends at Bluebonnet Youth Ranch. I want to mention this in October.
Right.
Bluebonnet Youth Ranch. I talked to Claude, talked to Micah, talked to everyone involved there. And they're getting ready for their annual showdown and dance and golf tournament, which is going to be held, the golf tournament at Victoria, is at Colony Creek, rather. And,
correct.
And then the showdown and dance will be out at Schrader Hall. Alan Shamlin, he's a songwriter.
Oh, man, he's great.
Wrote a number of songs. Don't Laugh at Me was one of them. The other one, I was sitting having lunch with Claude Jacobs, and we just got the information from the Academy of Country Music. Alan co-wrote The House That Built Me, that was performed by Miranda Lambert, and that song got Song of the Decade. Well, we mentioned that because we mentioned Alan. He's a songwriter. He's also your host of the Bluebonnet Youth Ranch Celebrity Showdown and Dance. The artists that are being attending are backed by George Chambers and the Country Gentlemen, and it's out at Schrader Hall. I know they'll have a meal. out there. I even think our buddy Mr. Posey's catering that meal this year.
Well,